Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way Forum. Chelsea versus Manchester United Premier League preview. Manchester United travel to Stamford Bridge on Thursday, the 4th of April, to face Chelsea. Manchester United come into this game after a back of a poor 1-1 draw against Brentford, who, look, we didn't really deserve to get anything out of that Brentford game, but we got a point. And look, we could have got 3 points. We had it in our hands, surprisingly so. But then Brentford went up to the end, got the goal they deserved. And you know what? They didn't get the point they deserved because they should have got 3. But look, let's go show how poor Manchester United were. We made a 15th, 14th place Brentford look like they were, top 4 in the world. Never mind the Premier League. But as you can see beside me, there should be, that could change, but so far there will be a watch along with myself on Thursday from 7:45 p.m, half an hour before the game. So we'll go through team news, build up, all that sorts of stuff. Look, hopefully we can get the win. We need the win. Champions League is done, but we just need the win for confidence. Listen, obviously, Man United are going to try and keep fighting to finish in the top 4, top 5, but I think that's looking very, very unlikely, which is a shame, but it's no surprise. And I didn't expect us to finish top 4 at all. Obviously, at the start of the season, I did, but as the season went on, I've hoped, but I never, expected or believed. It was more hope than belief that we would make top 4 or top 5 even. But look, please do join me for a live watch along. Much appreciated. We're trying to grow the channel as much as we can. We're getting close to 100 subs, all that sort of stuff. So please do like the video, comment and subscribe, and please do hit that notification bell to get notified every time we go live and publish a pre-recorded video. And please do follow our socials as well, links in the description. So let's jump into the preview. Again, Varane and Lindelof came off on Saturday, but supposedly the Varane was a precaution. The Lindelof one, I think it was the back of the leg, so maybe he pulled the muscle in that game. Malacia is back in, supposedly he's back in training, but I don't think he's back in first team training. I don't think we'll see him at all till next season, to be brutally honest. He's back, but again, that was maybe an April Fool's joke when I think of it now. But look, what can we do? But Varane and Lindelof, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Will they be in the squad to face Chelsea? You'd imagine they'd maybe make the bench, but look, this has been recorded before Ten Hag's press conference. This has been recorded on a Tuesday, not a Wednesday. So look, I can only go what I'm saying, and my predicted lineup is only gone with what I think. For all I know, Varane Lindelof could be 100% fit, but hopefully Varane is not injured, because even when Varane does come off as a precaution, he's still out. Obviously, he had a bit of a clash with Ivan Toney in the first half, so he had a bit of a limp, was moving a bit gingerly before then. Lindelof was just back of the leg. I think it was a muscle injury. Don't think it was any hamstring injuries, which was good. But we did go down, and Martinez came on, and so did Harry Maguire, 2 players who are returning from injuries, by the way. Martinez, obviously, Maguire pulled up an injury during the international break, but then returned, and Martinez, obviously, is back, so you'd imagine he would start regardless. You'd imagine he played 15-20 minutes against Brentford, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. The performance against Brentford was worrying. Very, very worrying, to say the least, you know what I mean? And, Manchester United, you look at that win against Liverpool, you know what I mean, in the FA Cup, you thought we would have got a bit of momentum, a bit of a boost. You thought we would have went on, not a decent bit of form, but won a few easy games, and I thought Brentford would have been a tough game, but I thought we still would have got the win, the 3 points. And we didn't. We were so poor. We can see, Brentford had 31 shots against us to our 11. Both sides had 5 shots on target, but Brentford's XG was miles ahead of us. I look at our previous 5 there: 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, a 1-0 win against Forest in the FA Cup, a 3-1 loss against Man City in the Premier League, a 2-0 win against Everton in the Premier League, a 4-3 win against Liverpool in the FA Cup, and here we go, a 1-1 draw against Brentford in the Premier League. It was worrying. It was very, very worrying, because that team that faced Brentford was the exact same team that faced Liverpool. The exact same team. Not one change. Now, if I named the team that faced Liverpool and Brentford, it'd be the exact same. And that's worrying. Because, look, was it the hangover from the international break? Is it just Manchester United are obviously very inconsistent, not just with results, but with performances? We could go out and, play poor against Brentford, great against Chelsea, shit against Liverpool, and great against Bournemouth. You just don't know. Or else we could play shit against Chelsea and play absolutely brilliant against Liverpool. But this week is a crucial week for Manchester United and Erik ten Hag. The pressure's back on him again. The pressure was always on him, but that Liverpool win, it kind of, died down a bit. The pressure was there, but it wasn't too much. Now it's back. You know what I mean? You just don't know. Now you went into a bit of a rap song there, didn't we? Oh, but it was worrying. It was worrying. Onana was solid. If I wasn't for him, we would have lost that game. The defence was, look, I think Lindelof, Varane, and even Maguire and Leach didn't do too bad, but I thought Lindelof and Varane done great. They were very solid. Maguire done well. Martinez, look, he's a bit rusty, but he was okay, wasn't he? He was okay. The midfield was so poor; it was too open. The midfield needs to be tighter against Chelsea because, look, even though Chelsea have been shit so far this season, just like Manchester United, they still have that threat. They still have that threat, regardless, because it was too open against Brentford, and that's the reason why I bring back in Casemiro, who hasn't been playing because he's more defensive minded than Scott McTominay. McTominay likes to go forward. McTominay is not a central defensive midfielder. I think McTominay is more of a 10 in my opinion, but I don't think McTominay just likes to go forwards. That's what he likes. McTominay will probably do well in a 4-1-4-1 format, 4-1-4-1 system. He would do well there. You'd have your Casemiro, you could have a Mainoo where Casemiro's the DM, then a Rashford, McTominay, Bruno, and Garnacho, and then Rasmus up top. But I wouldn't want to go with that because I don't have one defensive midfielder doing all the work on his own, even though he seems to be doing that in the first place. But it's worrying because if against Liverpool it was too open, our midfield. Even against Everton, and Casemiro played that game, I think, too. So it's worrying from a Manchester United perspective because if the midfield is going to be open against Chelsea, they will beat us. And, we need to we need to be tighter for this game, because for me to be convinced that we're going to get a result against Liverpool, especially on Sunday, they have to do so. I know Chelsea haven't been doing great, but you need to show me a bit of evidence that, right, we can beat Liverpool. But the attack's also been poor. It was poor against Brentford. Garnacho came off poor. Rasmus was poor. One thing about Rasmus, he does get stuck in, but I just feel like he was being outmuscled against the Brentford strong defence. Rashford was poor. And, you know what I mean, Ten Hag brought on Anthony, Mount, Leach. He's bringing on these players. And look, Mount got the goal. I was happy for him. Will Mason Mount start this game? I don't think so. Would I like him to start this game? I would, but where? He's not a defensive midfielder. Mason Mount is not a defensive midfielder. He can't play there. Some would say give him a go there, but I look, he may well do that, but I just wouldn't do that because, especially with Ten Hag, he needs the points. He needs the results. He needs to get fans. He needs to convince the fans. And look, I'm still Ten Hag in. I'm still Ten Hag in. I'm still Ten Hag in. I am. But the longer these results go on, I'm sitting here saying I'm Ten Hag in, but then I just can't fight for him. I can only give him why I think Ten Hag should stay. But he needs to win. This could be deciding for Ten Hag. If we lose against Chelsea and Liverpool, say if Chelsea beat us, Liverpool hammers. Look, Ten Hag may be still here until the end of the season, but look, this season's a write-off from that anyways. The only thing we have a hope of winning, and it's funny, the only competition we play well in is the FA Cup, and the FA Cup is the only competition we have to win. It's the only competition we're like, right, we have a chance in this one, but we don't have a chance in the Prem. Knocked out of the Champions League, knocked out of the Carabao Cup. The FA Cup is our only aim at this moment in time. But we need to gain control. We need to have a quick start and be consistent with the quick start. And the midfield needs to be tighter too. And the attack has to help the fullbacks. Look, Wan-Bissaka and Dalot. One thing about Luke Shaw when he's playing, he can overlap. He does a lot more overlapping than Diogo Dalot. Dalot's been good so far this season. Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka's doing a decent job at left back. It's not his main position, but look, we have no left back, so Wan-Bissaka or Dalot will have to do the job there. Mainly being Wan-Bissaka, he played there against Liverpool and Brentford. Dalot cemented his place in the right back position, and really so. And look, that attack has to come back. It needs to. If it's not getting service, come back, help the team, and then bring it forwards. Because, you know, Rashford has pace, Garnacho has pace, Rasmus has pace. Use it. Use it. Use your defensive ability. If you can defend, use it. Use it big time. Because what I think we're going to expect with this game is, I think we'll play better than we did against Brentford. We have to. Because if we go in and play like that against Chelsea, they will beat us. Regardless, any team can beat us if we play like that. You know what I mean? Brentford, look, I'm sure they left that game scratching their heads on how they didn't get the 3 points and hammers. It could have been 4-0 all over again. Do you know what I mean? Well, could have been if luck was on our side. Let's just say that. But yeah, I think we'll expect. Look, I think it'll be end to end. I think both teams haven't been great this season. Both teams have similar problems. Chelsea fans, some are convinced with Pochettino, some aren't. Manchester United fans, some are convinced with Ten Hag, some aren't as well. So both teams coming into this game need to win. And it's one of them really, look, I'm better than you. You know what I mean? We have to do that. But if Chelsea beat us, yeah, we're never going to hear the end of it. And look, yeah, I think how can Manchester United beat Chelsea? The midfield has to be tighter. That's it. The midfield has to be tight and the defence has to be tighter too. And aggressive, which look, I didn't do too bad against Brentford. I'd only conceded one goal, to be brutally honest there. I always like me fullbacks helping me attack. I like fullbacks helping the wingers and the wingers helping the fullbacks. That's what I like. So, you know, we need to be quicker on the counter attack. We need to be quicker going forward. Get the ball into Rasmus and take your chances, lads. Don't butcher it. When you get in the box, take your shot and don't butcher it. That's what I want us to do. And I want us to be more aggressive, be more on the front foot. Don't be afraid to take risks. And the defence has to be, the midfield has to be tighter. Because the two previous games we played, Brentford, Liverpool, both sides have run through our midfield fairly handy. So it is a worry. But look, we will move in and we will talk about our opponents, who are Chelsea. As you can see, Chelsea have 3 wins, 2 draws, and 0 losses. Not a loss. I looked at it. I can't believe it. Just as, again, even Manchester United's form, it's the previous 5 in all competitions. So, yeah. So, they beat Leeds 3-2, drew 2-2 against Brentford, beat Newcastle 3-2, beat Leicester 4-2, and drew 2-2 against Burnley. So, yeah, as you can see, they're coming into this game without a loss. So, yeah. The top goal scorer is Cole Palmer with 14 goals, and the top assister is Cole Palmer with 8 assists. That is in the Premier League. And look, Cole Palmer has been a good signing for Chelsea this season. I'm not even going to say what I'm going to say because then he'll end up haunting us. But look, I do think he's a danger man for Chelsea. Even though Chelsea have been very, very poor this season, he's came up with moments. And the thing is with Chelsea this season, right, they gave Liverpool a game at Stamford Bridge. They gave City a game at Stamford Bridge. They gave Newcastle a game at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea at home against big sides don't do too bad. Away they're poor, but at home they give a game. So like I said, Man City, Liverpool, Newcastle. Have they played Arsenal at Stamford Bridge yet? I don't know. But I think they did. But look, I don't know. But they have gave the teams, the top 4, 6 teams that have travelled there, a good game. So that's one of the reasons why I think they maybe give us a game too, even though we're not. We're top 6, but it'd be interesting to see how Chelsea plan out. Look, can Chelsea be Manchester United? Yes, but I do think we will make it tough for them. I think they'll also make it tough for us too. Both sides want to be aggressive and strong at the back and all over the pitch and quick. But how can Chelsea be Manchester United? Look, if Chelsea can gain control. If Chelsea gain control and hit us, when teams run at us and put us in that pressure, that's it. That's all I can say. Chelsea just have to have a quick start, put pressure on us early on, and we may struggle and run us too. And look, if McTominay's in that midfield, I think we should test the midfield out too, because trust me, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. And we struggle a lot when teams come against us as well. We really, really do. And look, we need to win this game. It's big. Look, Champions League is done and dusted in my opinion. I don't think we're going to make it there. I think the Europa League is our only hope, unfortunately. So is Conference League, but look, we don't want the Conference League. Do we? No, we don't want Conference League. There'll be no watch-alongs if there's Conference Leagues. But yeah, as I'm trying to turn the page, I have a few stats. I have a few stats of Rooney's here. So Manchester United's average goals scored per match was 1.38. Average goals conceded per match was 1.38. 8 clean sheets so far this season in the Premier League. Again, these are only Premier League stats only. Chances created per match was 1.55, and Manchester United are 6th in the Premier League with 48 points with a goal difference of a big fat 0. On to Chelsea. Chelsea's average goals scored per match was 1.75. Average goals conceded per match was 1.68. Chelsea have kept 5 clean sheets so far this season in the Premier League. Chances created per match is 2.29, so they create a lot more chances than us. And they are 11th in the Premier League with 40 points with a goal difference of +2. So look, they create more chances than us. The average goals conceded, they have more average goals scored per match, and the same with average goals conceded. Well, they have, they're ahead of us on that kind of stats, anyways. And look, we will have to, because even these two teams, it always ends a draw, and it's always a tough game. And I think the last time this game was one-sided was when we beat them 4-0. And 2018 was it? 2020. God, you're going a long way back now, in my opinion. But look, I'm going to go through my predicted 11. Please do let us know your score predictions and predicted 11 in the comment section below. But here is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Andre Onana in there, a back four of Wan-Bissaka left back and Diogo Dalot right back, a centre back partnership of Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire. Look, listen, this has been recorded before the Eric Ten Hag press conference. So look, if Varane is fit, I think he'll go Licha and Varane. I think he will. But I will go with this as at the moment. And look, it's not a bad back five if you want to include a man in there. So hopefully you can get the job done. A midfield 3 of Casemiro, Kobbie Mainoo, and Bruno Fernandes. Look, Kobbie Mainoo doing well this season. I wouldn't drop him anytime soon. Casemiro I'm thinking of, I'm putting my defensive head on. We need to be defensive in the midfield. There needs to be tighter. And Casemiro, even though he hasn't been great this season and he hasn't got pace, defensive-wise and even experience-wise, he can do the job, I feel. Hopefully. I think with Tommy, he goes forward too much and we're too open, and we can't afford to be too open. Then we're going to go with Rashford on the left, Garnacho on the right, and Rasmus Højlund up top. Look, Ahmad obviously has served that 1-game suspension. So obviously Mount, does he get in there? I just don't see where he can get in there. I feel like Mount is more play bring on off the bench. But that is my predicted 11. Ahmad, maybe he'll start. Anthony, maybe there's more of a chance he'll start, but I do think Ten Hag will go with this similar team. And look, like I said, I feel like we should get the job done here. I feel like we should, but look, you're only as good as your last game, and we were shit in our last game. And I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Look, I feel like we should get the job done 2-1, but I hope we get the job done 2-1. But I just don't see we win this game. I feel like it'd be tight. Both teams aren't great. This may be a good game, this may be a shit game. You just don't know what to expect. You really don't. I am going to go with Cole Palmer to score for Chelsea, and I'm going to go with Bruno Fernandes score for Manchester United. I'm going to go with that. Look, I hope it's not a 1-1 draw. I hope Manchester United get the job done convincingly so. But look, on that matter, I'll predict the draw against Chelsea and predict the win against Liverpool, depending on how that goes at the moment. But look, this has been the Chelsea versus Manchester United Premier League preview. Please do join for the watch along on Thursday from 7:45 p.m. Look, I'm going to be biased and say we 2 Manchester United, but we 1-1, probably more realistic. We're looking at a last game too, and Chelsea are just simple as. But look, that's been the Manchester United versus Chelsea preview. Please do like the video, comment your predictions, and subscribe. And please do hit that notification bell to get notified every time we go live and make a pre-recorded video. And please do follow our socials as well. Links in the description. And if the links in the description can get you to our socials, please do comment which socials don't work. I'm going to put a new social links in the description and under your comment too. And thanks everybody for watching. Hope Manchester United get the job done, and we'll speak to you on the next one. Come on, United.